Ladies and gentlemen, very often people ask me what I refer to when I speak of the Vadra Congress. They say, why don't I call it the Congress Party? Why do I call it the Vadra Congress? Now, let me explain why, viewers. Because there are two Congress parties. And mark my words, there will be the breakup where you will have the Vadra Congress on the one side and you will have the Congress Party on the other. What is the Vadra Congress? The Vadra Congress is a sub-party within a party that controls the main party. So there is a Congress Party, I acknowledge. But the group that is controlling the Congress Party from inside is a group centered around Rahul, Sonia, Robert Vadra, Priyanka and their acolytes. And this small family group, family plus family retainers group, controls the larger structure of the Congress Party. Now, I'm not just saying this out of an assumption, it is a reality. You see, viewers, the Vadra Congress has forced the Congress Party to take a line that has not been the line of the Congress Party in the past. It is what is seen by some to be an urban Naxal line, an extreme left line, a line that compromises national interest. Now, when leaders like Manish Tewari and Salman, Khurshid and Anand Sharma go outside as part of the on-party delegation, then they say things which are in national interest. And very often, what they are saying in national interest is the most obvious thing to say. It's the most obvious thing to believe in. But when they are in the country, they are forced to take a line which is the urban Naxal line of the Congress Party. But that is not the line of the Congress Party. It is the line of the Vadra Congress. And since the Vadra Congress is like a holding company that controls the Congress Party, people like Salman, Khurshid and Manish Tewari have to take the Vadra Congress line. Do they believe in it? They don't. Do they have to take the line? Obviously they do, because they have to maintain their position in their party, they have to get their Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha tickets and nominations, and hence they compromise. The most recent example, which is a big breaking story in fact today, is when Salman Khurshid has taken a line which is completely antithetical to that of his party as far as Article 370 is concerned. He was in Jakarta, Indonesia, I think, and he has said that this is the best thing that has happened to the country, the abrogation of Article 370. And because of 370, there was an impression that was given that Kashmir was separate and Kashmir remained a problem. But this government, the Modi government, abrogated it, which effectively it was put to an end. And in his view, broadly, the point he's trying to make is that that was the best thing to happen. Now, this position is completely contrary, ladies and gentlemen, to the position of Rahul Gandhi, who said the abrogation of Article 370 was an abuse of executive power, and the abuse of executive power has great implications for our national security. So, Salman Khurshid has effectively taken on Rahul Gandhi, and good for you, Salman Khurshid, that you did that. I just wish you did it earlier. I wish you had never taken the urban Naxal line earlier, but as I say, better late than never. See what he said.
Kashmir had a major problem for a long time. Much of that was reflected in the thinking of the government in an article called 370 of the Constitution, which somehow gave an impression that it was separate from the rest of the country. But Article 370 was abrogated. It was abrogated. And it was finally put to an end because so much time has passed. Subsequently, there was an election in 65% participation in election. There's an elected government in Jammu and Kashmir today. And therefore, for people to want to undo everything that has happened, the prosperity that has come to Kashmir is something which is very unfortunate.
When you hear Salman Khurshid saying this, you almost have to pinch yourself that it is Salman Khurshid who's saying this, because in the bitter, frustrated, isolated, angry atmosphere of the Vadra Congress-controlled Congress Party, this is the same Salman Khurshid who had threatened some time back that the kind of street anarchy that happened in Bangladesh could also happen in India. And now, do understand this, there are two Salman Khurshids. In 2019, he said, I'm against abrogation of Article 370. In 2025, as part of the all-party delegation, he says, it's a good thing to do. Now, while I keep that graphic on air, I want you to think, is Salman Khurshid taking different positions out of political expediency? Obviously so, I think so. But I would also like to believe that he's taking the position out of his realization that the abrogation of 370 was in national interest. However, I'm also compelled or tempted to think that maybe Salman Khurshid did not get an adequate sense of importance or political position or Rajya Sabha seat or whatever he expects from the Congress party leadership, and the party is so weak that it's in no position to do anyone any great favors, not even to their own family members beyond a point, since Robert Vadra himself has been waiting for a chance to fight re-election for a very long time. And hence, since Salman Khurshid realizes there isn't much to gain by taking the Vadra Congress line, he might as well take a pro-nation line. However, Salman Khurshid, I believe that you should take a line that is in national interest. It should not be a line that you take opportunistically depending on which side the political weather is turning. Ladies and gentlemen, however, the bigger story is this. So far, all these parties have never been involved in a national exercise in the way Narendra Modi is involving leaders of all political parties as members of all party delegations. You never had all party delegations earlier. You had a situation. You did have a situation where Atal Bihari Vajpayee was sent on diplomatic assignments by Indira Gandhi. But that, ladies and gentlemen, was an individual being sent. It was never done at an institutional level. The institutional involvement of all political parties for national interest did not happen even after 1974, the first nuclear test, or after 1998, the second nuclear test. Hence, what is happening is remarkable. You have never seen this churn, ever. And at the end of the day, there are only two sides in our political fabric today. Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Robert Vadra, Priyanka Vadra and their minions on one side. And the rest of the Congress party, which is a large chunk of the Congress party, the rest of the opposition parties and the NDA on the other. That's the way national politics is divided as of today.